Here are the climate stories making headlines in Asia this week. India demanding $1 trillion over the next decade from developed countries before it raises its targets to cut emissions. This comes after the world's third biggest emitter last week announced that it would set a new goal to reach net zero emissions by 2070, 2 decades later than US and the EU. In an interview with Bloomberg, Indian government officials said they want the money just for India by 2030, which is 10 times more than the unmet $100 billion a year allocated for all poor countries sought under previous deals. More news from COP26. US and China issued a joint statement claiming support for an ambitious deal at COP26, which is said to pursue efforts to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, set out in the 2015 Paris Agreement. The world's biggest CO2 emitters called for stepped-up efforts to close what they call a significant gap that remains to achieve that target. China's top climate negotiator Xie Zhenhua told BBC reporters that on climate change, there is more agreement between China and the US than divergence. Meanwhile, Malaysia also demands rich countries to fulfill their obligations on additional financing, technology transfer, and capacity building under the Paris Agreement. While it is his first time attending COP, Malaysian Minister Tuan Ibrahim confidently agreed to support the global pledge on methane and the Glasgow leaders' declaration on forest and land use. This is in line with Malaysia's commitment to slashing greenhouse gas emissions intensity against its GDP by 45% by 2030 and achieving net zero by 2050. And those are the climate highlights we have for you this week. For more stories, visit our website climatetracker.asia.